looks like it's going to be another fine day.
I always have a wonderful time wherever I am, whomever I'm with.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Put on the Spot with Don and Scott. My name is Scott Linke, and yeah, you were going live right now. Anybody that wants to join us, I'll give you the something later about that. All right, enough of me. Joining us out in, where are you? Just out in the outskirts of insanity. Don Andrews in town.
I'm at home enjoying family time away from the oil fields, my true love and calling in life. And I'm looking forward to this interview because I know nothing about any of it, and it's very exciting. And we're live! I love it!
Yes, we are live! Yes, Mr. Fracker himself. See, I'm just going to have to get down on you, Don. You're fracking. Look at that.
We're breaking laws left and right out there, man.
And there's total chaos going on in my house right now, so we got dogs and all this other fun stuff.
There you go.
All right. Well, there's chaos over here too. There's locusts flying around and frogs and plagues.
The 7 plagues.
The 7 plagues at our place over here. So we're right there with you. God.
7 plagues is awesome. That, ladies and gentlemen, let's say hi to Dmitrious.
Those words that kind of you can't see because it's cut out.
Man.
All right. Let's say hi to Alex and Dmitry. Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys? What do you do?
We're both circus performers.
Living in Los Angeles.
We live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, we live pretty crazy lifestyles. We went to bed super late last night, so we're really happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And yeah, that's what we do. We perform circus in the greater region of Los Angeles.
And it's variety circus, so it's not just one thing or one particular circus. It's us working together, doing a whole spectrum of things related to circus.
Spectrums, rays of light, sunshine,
joy,
kaleidoscopes.
Are there more of you to the cast, or is it just you two doing what you do? Wow.
But we jump from variety show to variety show, or we do a There's a lot of us who perform together, and we see the same faces, but we are a performance duo.
Does either one stick a sword down your throat or breathe fire or any of that stuff, or is it beyond that?
Mostly,
yeah, a lot of times in the streams, you'll wake up and you'll tell me about it, and I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. I stick swords on fire in my mouth in my dream. No, we don't do any of the sideshow freak show stuff. We do mostly like modern circus. So there's no animals outside of our crazy cat that we have. There's no stinky elephants or crazy stuff like that.
It's more like me standing on top of him. That sounded dirty. No, okay. Me on his shoulders, and him lifting me up, and us doing some crazy acrobatic stuff, or us doing some like really goofy slapstick stuff, or just acrobatics, or we have our own specialty disciplines that we do. Hey, take it away.
I'm looking at it, so intrigued.
Oh, you're intrigued?
Do you have, is there a name of your group?
Yeah. The Bistrevsky brothers.
The Bistrevsky brothers.
Get me more excited.
I was a little off tempo.
Okay, ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. The Bistrevsky brothers.
Bistrevsky. I think I was closer. Is that like Czechoslovakian or something? What nationality?
We're Ukrainian. Ukrainian American.
Exotic.
I was born and raised in the U.S.
Yeah, we were raised in the U.S. He was born in the U.S.
Dude.
I was born in
Tacoma General Hospital. He's half asleep just like we are.
I know.
How many years have you guys been doing? Is this a new act, or you been around?
We've been around for a few years.
More than a few years. I mean, we've been working together on and off for like 7 years. But we have different disciplines that we've done. So beforehand, we were both doing theater and focusing on our individual stuff, which mine was breakdancing and his was parkour.
Yeah. And
then we came together with love and unison. And I'm trying to think of positive words.
I think Dawn might be a ventriloquist.
That's many dummy. Can't say dummy. Okay, now, you guys, you're in L.A. My goodness. Is that your choice? Like, let's go to the largest market in the world and try to, why L.A.?
Well, actually, we do film stuff as well. So I'm an action actor. I do stunt work. And this guy does other production stuff on the film. So L.A. was our final destination to do what we wanted to do, and then we happened to do circus too.
And if you're wondering if anybody appreciates performance in L.A., nope.
Wow.
So, really the perfect place to get that off the ground.
Like most people in this incredible recession economy we're living in, you need more than one gigs. You need some side stuff to stay busy, right? Putting Scott on the spot. Your turn. Ask someone on the spot, my brother.
Holy
Go.
crap, I'm trying to log in. Doing this right now because I'm just a social media fiend. Oh, you said you're in film. You're in LA. You're an action star or action stunt dude.
An action star. One day I'll be an action star. Now I'm just an action actor.
Well, I can look at you and go, yeah, I can see action star right there.
Oh, written all over. Thank you so much. That's exactly what I want to hear.
You should just have that tattooed, action star. Use that subliminal crap on them.
Yeah.
Your Scientology on him.
Oh, not Scientology. No, I mean one day I'll be an action star. Right now I'm an action actor, which means that I yell a lot and fight.
Is there a chance? Are you guys literally brothers?
Yes. Yeah, we're literally brothers.
That's phenomenal. I'm sitting here trying to put the pieces together. It's kind of exciting. I know nothing about any of this interview. That's why we call it Put on the Spot. But no, I like it because you guys look like brothers. And there was a chance maybe you weren't, but it's in your name, and now you are. Phenomenal.
There's a chance, there's a 50%, I'm going to say 65% chance that we're lying. 35% chance that we're not. But just to tell you the truth, we're not lying.
Yeah. One of us is lying.
Me.
Everyone is telling the truth.
Wait, which one's lying? You didn't say that yet.
Well, I would still be saying the truth. Something else telling the truth.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, we're actually brothers.
Yeah,
I don't know where that's segueing.
I love the mystery. Are we working an energy drink today? What is it? Let's do a shameless.
Oh, it's actually yerba mate from a Waikiki brand. Woo! Pretty good. We're drinking the classic gold, and we're sparkling.
That was a great plug. That was such a great plug.
I'm looking for.
That's amazing. And
you're drinking the microphone today. What is that?
Man.
Well, no, that's the Florida. What's your team?
Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
I don't even watch football. I know that.
I don't know watch sports.
I'm stuck.
So you're a spokesperson for the Miami Dolphins? That's pretty awesome.
That's a great question. I'm stuck here in my professional man cave bathroom because I'm still working on my own career. My two sons, which are almost 10 and 7.5, decided, I don't know if they're tormenting me or what, because I'm a Minnesota Viking, but they went with the Miami Dolphin shower curtain. I have no idea what that's about, but I'm just dad, and I do what I'm told, you know?
Yeah, that is super cool, but also kind of weird that your son and you were in the same bathroom together.
They want to be podcast stars as well, and they know the acoustics here are really good. And this is
great.
Yeah, Dad, can you keep it down? I'm trying to use the restroom.
You just when you use that as a cape, you become super dad.
Super dad.
Yeah.
Whoa, wait, what does your shirt say? What is? Sorry, I just saw it. It's a beer bottle on a baseball.
Plus, it's beer plus baseball because. I can't read that last part. It's all good.
Oh, is it game or good?
Beer and ball. It's all good.
Nice. Mother-in-law came through with that on a birthday a couple of years back. So that's mom-in-law right there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
The whole family coming to say hello. That's great.
No, wait. I have so many shirts that my parents have bought on vacations and stuff like that. And I do the same thing where I'll only wear them during places where no one will see me. I guess this counts, but that's a cool shirt. But I'm saying in my experience, I get really weird clothes from people.
Our mom has bought us matching shirts with the expectation that we went outside together, probably holding hands, I don't know, wearing the exact same shirt. It never has happened. We just kind of wear them.
You know what you want to do?
Do you want to say hi, or what are you just going to hang out?
Yeah, come say hi.
He's not ready yet, shockingly. He's such a ham, though.
Hi.
Scott, you're over there doing technical stuff, or have we just shut you down? What's going on?
I'm just listening, man.
I see. Cool.
Hanging out going, gosh, I wish I could show everybody my man cave. It's pretty awesome, right? It is.
Yeah. Another week where your camera's not working. Weird.
Yeah, I know. My walls are...
Your acoustics sound great. They're really good. You have a decent mic.
Right on.
Wait, can you hear us all right, by the way?
Yeah, you go in and out every once in a while, but everything's cool.
I have a really good microphone. I can plug it right in.
Do it.
Be right back.
Do it.
Hey, let's try it. Yeah.
Entertain you while I'm
I'm not
gone.
gonna entertain. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
listen to
will.
Scott.
Now,
We'll try to carry on without you.
Done. Hold on. Dimitri, your brother's gone. How do you
Yeah.
really feel about your brother?
Oh, I hate him. I can't stand that guy. I'm
Really?
kind of stuck with him because we work together. No way. No way. If I had a choice, like now, looking back 3 years ago before we made this performance duo, not a chance. I would have found another guy and just lied and said he was my brother. No, I mean, I like it. It's good because our schedules match a lot, which makes things easier.
Okay.
Also, I'm kind of lazy with organizing things and stuff like not lazy, but I'm just really bad at touching base with people and stuff like that. I'm kind of only in my own world, like training and doing my own thing. So it's really nice because he kind of manages my schedule a little bit. So he's my brother, performance duo, and kind of manager,
Cool.
which makes things nice. I don't know. I like it. It's a good dynamic. Have you guys worked with any siblings? Anyone else in the family who's in entertainment?
Oh, heck no. I would never work with my brother or sister. Nuts. Insane.
You had a brother and sister.
Look at this.
I keep them secret. They're locked in a basement somewhere.
Like Dr. Dre. Okay.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I got your reference.
Yeah.
How do you guys survive in LA? Are you kidding me? I mean, there's a billion people. It's a jungle. Everybody's the next action movie star. I mean, God bless all of you for giving it a whirl. We all have dreams and stuff. Tell us your story. I mean, how do you make it happen?
How do we survive? Let's see. There's a lot of eating top, or there was a lot of eating top ramen.
Yeah. If you want to make it fancy, just crack an egg in there.
Yeah, then you get your protein. Also, if you add hoisin sauce to your top ramen, it tastes so much better.
It becomes something exotic and wonderful, and then you're sick of it about a week later.
Is the mic working?
I don't know.
With your software. As the volume improves. Oh, I think that's good. Oh, snap. Keep up my phone. What?
No, wait. That's not it either, I don't think.
No, that's my actual.
You guys are carnival magicians, man. Make this work. Works of magic.
We're actually not. We do variety stuff. We do mostly acrobatics. Whoa!
Sing a song, man.
Let me ask you this. Have you guys decided to go on the road, hit the Renaissance Fest?
No, I didn't.
We have friends who perform at the Renaissance Fair. We've tried to stay local.
Because we do the
For the
film
longest
too,
time,
so
too.
we like to have best.
It's really hard to leave it when you're working in film because it takes a lot of time to network and to get in, and it seems like if you disappear for like 3 months, everyone forgets about you.
That is
Everyone.
true.
Even I forgot about myself when I left.
Wow.
Like, who the hell is this guy? I was looking at the
I'm
mirror.
not interested in taking anything on the road. You're just going to stay there. What do you do?
I'm going on tour soon.
Yeah, he's going on tour really, really soon.
But soon I mean like in 1 week. So I'll be gone for a year on tour.
Go on tour doing what?
Well, circus. I'm in a show, a circus show, and I'm gonna be in New York for 3 months, and then I'm gonna tour the States.
All right, cool. So you'll end up in Minnesota here some days.
Maybe. What part of Minnesota are you in?
Insanity. Just look for the craziest place on earth.
he's in Insanity.
Oh, so I saw your workout video. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
Billy Blanks. Billy Blanks.
Insanity. There's a workout video called Insanity.
He hates it, but he loves
That's
it.
P90X.
Oh crap!
You're going on a one-man act around the country. Is that accurate? Or
I'm going on a show. I'm going on a touring show with maybe 20 or 30 people.
Okay.
What's the name of the show?
Pippin.
Pippin?
Yep.
As in Pippin?
Yes, Pippin as in Pippin.
You gonna be Big Pimpin'? No, I'm just kidding.
No.
What is it?
Pippin on the NYC. That'd actually be funny if I was Big Pippin. Nope. He doesn't think
I know.
No, he
I'm
doesn't.
trying to say something I've been cutting out. Go ahead, Don.
Go ahead.
What do you guys do on your downtime? What about recreation? Are you guys inseparable? Do you have other, separate interests? What is there to do on your days off?
I'm kind of crazy, so a lot of my pastimes, I realized this like 2 years ago, that I have no hobbies whatsoever at all. Like all of my hobbies are actually, I'm secretly training for other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, my hobbies are juggling, handstands, acrobatics, and then as I list it, I realize that my hobbies are actually my disciplines.
Yeah.
That
Cool.
training just takes so much upkeep to keep it up.
Even when he's trying to just kick back and relax, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna watch this really cool TV show, and then I leave the room and I come back and he's balancing on a board in a pipe, and he stays there for like 2 hours just balancing while he's watching into it.
Well, practicing.
Yeah, while practicing. So it's almost like our leisure time becomes our training time in disguise.
Understand.
It's good because then we do what we love.
Yeah, because we do love it, and it is something we do for fun, not just for work. So
Beautiful.
Yeah, but then also we watch a lot of movies.
what else?
We go out.
Well, we love this ghetto theater here in LA. It's called the Regency Theater. We hit that up like once or twice a week because they have like $1.50 movies, and it's amazing. And it's all the movies that were in theaters like 4 months ago. So we're living life large.
So it's like our own little time machine.
Yeah, it's true.
Is what I feel because we get excited for these movies that have come out like 4 months ago, and we try not to watch the trailers too much or hear what anyone says.
Or look at any billboard or advertising online or.
I mean, it's awesome. Like last week we watched The Great Gatsby, and we're so excited for it.
It's great movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Go on.
How many years you guys been doing this act?
3 years. We do a lot of different acts. We just perform as a duo, but 3 years we've been together.
Yeah.
We've been brothers for a lot longer than that.
A little bit longer than 3 years.
Right?
Yeah, almost 24 actually.
24, yeah.
Almost, yeah. My birthday coming up. What? Who said that? I don't know. But let's just address it.
So again, it's just we're in flyover, nobody cares Minnesota, and outside looking in, I still love I hate to call it starstruck vibe. But let's hear a cool story or two about somebody famous walking down the street that just you're like, oh, there's Al Pacino. Hit me. Us.
Okay. I was at this coffee shop in Studio City called Aroma Cafe, and I was there meeting a friend for talking about writing, and we're just having a good chat and drinking coffee. And about an hour later, I'm packing up my stuff. I'm about to leave, and lo and behold, there sits Stanley from The Office. Now I don't know his real name. I just know him as Stanley from The Office.
Yeah.
My eyes went.
There's Stanley.
I couldn't bother him because he's there with his wife eating, having a great time. So I'm like, in my hearts of hearts. That's freaking Stanley right there.
We're about to go up to him and approach him, though. Is that it?
No,
you can't bother him. And plus, I don't know if you would want to be that guy who's like, "Hey, guy, I've seen all your stuff."
Yeah, you don't want to be a fanboy, especially when he's trying to enjoy lunch or dinner.
Because they're just people, so that they want to have their privacy. It's just
stuff like that. I actually don't get starstruck, and I don't like look out for celebrities or stuff like that. I just kind of do my own thing. But I was in Vancouver like maybe 4 months ago, and I was walking through the street, and I recognized this. He's a pretty famous comedian. I don't know his name or what. I just seen his stand-up, and he's a pretty famous comedian, but no one recognized him but me. So we're walking, and our eyes lock because I'm pretty big, and I'm like twice his size. And our eyes lock, and I flash him a thumbs up, and that way we both know that we acknowledge each other. But I didn't stop him or anything. I'm like, yeah, I know who you are. Good job. Good work. Keep rocking it. But I'm not going to interrupt your day. That was my story.
Like an older guy comedian or kind of a younger?
Like an older guy comedian. I don't know. He like wears the trucker hats all the time.
I know exactly who he's talking about. I just don't know his name.
Greasy, sleazy.
Trucker hat. Well, not Larry the Cable Guy.
No, not Larry the Cable Guy.
Sorry.
Was he the guy from the Hot Tub Time Machine?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy. The guy who's kind of balding a little bit.
No, not him. Never mind.
No, not that guy?
Nope, not that
guy. That's the guy I thought you were talking about.
No, I don't remember his name.
We'll have to Google him. Sounds like John Reap.
Wait, I'm going to quickly look up this guy. Can you flash me pictures? Yeah, wait.
I can't flash you. I'm flashing you right now.
Looking up.
Whoa! What'd you say his name was?
John Reap.
Okay.
Reed.
Reap. R-E-E-P.
Oh, reap. You reap what you sow.
You John Reap what you sow. John Reap. Nope, not John Reap.
That's exactly. I think that's who I was thinking of. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
Good. Okay, funny looking comedian.
That's a great.
Where's a trucker hat?
Is it
the 15? You should know.
Okay.
Okay.
But it's gonna give you a list of like probably the last 100 years.
If there's images, I just know if I see there's images, I can tell you who it is.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna be on the lookout.
Maybe Adam Sandler. There's somebody on a unicycle.
I'm gonna
There's
be on the lookout.
Pharaoh with the basketball in his nuts.
Is this a family show?
No, well, I don't know. There's Blake right there.
Except for the
All right, we're pretty tame.
So,
I don't know who it is.
Okay, let's just give up the search. Cause...
No, I have to find it.
All right.
In the meantime, what are you guys up to? Because I actually have no clue about anything that you guys do.
Alex, tell us about your brother.
Okay, well he's impulsive. Sometimes he goes on these random tangents.
That's all right.
He wasn't lying when he said he was crazy. He was it's great living and working with him, but sometimes you can't exactly predict what he's gonna do or say, and it's usually for the better, actually, for the better entertainment. But sometimes it's hard to deal with.
How far apart in age are you guys?
Like 2.5 years.
3 years.
He's gonna say 3 years. I'm gonna be exact and say 2 years and 8 months.
3 years.
3 years, whatever. Yeah, just about 3 years. But we're the two youngest in our family, actually. And
There's more of you.
There's 15 of us. We're from the Soviet Union, so that's only the ones that are in the States. And then we have about 40 of us in Ukraine. No, there's 5 of us total, but it's still a pretty big family.
And are you all circus performers?
No. We're the two in entertainment. Everyone else does real jobs. Yeah. Everyone else is just kind of spread out on the spectrum of work. Like my sister's in social work. My brother does like cybersecurity. My other sister is an esthetician. We're entertainers.
kind of random. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird how it happened.
And we're all still spread out too. We're all over the U.S.
You two just gravitated towards each other because of the entertainment factor, then.
Yeah.
We kind of talked about it before moving to Los Angeles, because he was actually, I was doing local acting where I'm from, and then he was talking about moving to Los Angeles to do writing.
To write for film.
And I was like, well, if you're moving, then I'm moving. And then he was in LA doing like a study abroad program, and I was like, that's my push. So I sold all my stuff and moved.
Yeah. He had a van and he sold it. Can you believe it? He sold his van. His one possession that he cared about.
And when it left, some people called it my Van Gogh.
Hmm.
That was a bad setup.
That was a bad setup.
I tried.
That's how we were going with that.
Well, that's okay. You could have used your van to live down by the river. I mean,
I know, see? That's the thing, but the LA River doesn't have any good parking, so it would have been a lot harder. But that was actually my plan.
But he's not, well, I mean, he's not a motivational speaker, though, so he...
Yeah, the fun thing is, every time I go to LA or California, I end up sleeping on the beach. Rent a car, I spend, what, $40? And I live out on the beach.
That's pretty good. Do you go in the water?
Sometimes.
To bathe.
It's a bathe. I use YMCA for that. Yeah, my favorite beach to live at is Santa Monica. They have a couple of nice places you can, ditch your van for a while. I've been parked there for about 47 days now.
You gotta be scared of bandits, though. The people who try to break into your van. Yeah.
Bandits? I'm just kidding, but what was I going to say? The water is so cold in Los Angeles that I've only been in the water one time since I've lived here. I lived here for 4 years.
You take a look at the beach and people are swimming, those are usually the tourists.
Actually, no, or people who surf, or people wearing
bodies. I guess that's true. Some people surf.
Too cold.
Yeah, it's way too cold, because I lived in Florida for a little bit. And the water there, you walk into Florida and it's warm and it's nice all the time.
Yeah, I remember in Florida. I used to live there too.
What part of Florida did you live?
St. Pete.
Ooh, I'm gonna nod and pretend like I know that place. Yeah,
all right. Love St. Pete. He was a disc jockey. Yeah.
Whoa, boy, I can hear the disc jockey voice.
Yeah, geez.
This is 105.7 The Peak. Listen to the music, the greatest hits of all time. Sorry, that was supposed to be my disc jockey impression. It wasn't as good as I thought it would be.
Is that like a DJ, but he's...
Sing chocolate, brother.
What?
That's okay. John used to be a DJ too. He was one of the hot ones. He's been doing DJ work for 20 years on the radio, and I would entertain her live. Yeah. Stop shaking your head, Don.
These days are over. It's not about us anymore. Sorry, and whatever. Yeah, we're all just. Everybody does a podcast now. You two brothers, now realistically, your dream. What do you guys want to do realistically? See, is this the dream happening, or is this part of it to get to your ultimate, this is what I want? What do you want?
Part of it. Part of the destination.
We would like to be in Europe street performing for our living, completely street performing.
Well, not for a living. I want to see the world, is what my dream is.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Just like travel around.
So I would like to take time off and maybe a year and do the whole Europe tour. Maybe spend time in Asia. But we're working on putting together a solid show that we could street perform. Street performance is an entirely different beast than regular stage performance.
Way different.
So we've been working on different stuff and putting material together. So then once we go to Europe, which is projected next year, 1 year from now, then we could rock it and just go all over and travel and see everything, experience life. Live life to the fullest. That's the dream.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love it. What is the name again that we should be looking for again?
The
Bistrevsky brothers!
It's our last name with the in front of it.
And
Yes.
brothers at the end.
Yeah, sorry.
Catchy.
And brothers. Not sister.
Yeah, don't do sisters. 'Cause- yeah, that's right.
Well, it looks like Alex got a lot more enthusiasm when he says that. Say it again, Alex.
The Bistrevsky brothers!
All right, now
I
Dmitrious.
kind of like your son in this, where I'm like just woke up and I'm like, hey guys.
That's funny.
Hanging out.
It's still early. We said we had a late night last
Yeah, we had a really late night. We went to a luau party, and he had one too many.
I had actually
Wow,
5.
sure.
Yeah.
But you get the gist.
And I drove home.
Or did you perform there?
No, it was just a friend's party.
Kind of little get together.
Yeah, it was fun. But we've been out of town. We've been in our hometown for the last like 2 weeks.
Yeah, we just got back from hometown.
So he got back 3 days ago, and I got back last night.
You picked him up from the airport and went straight there without telling him. He thinks we're going home. And we wind up at this random party.
Best surprise ever.
We're tired.
Hometown is where?
What was that? Oh, hometown, Spokane, Washington.
That's where we grew up the majority of our lives. We lived there for like 17 years. And that's where a lot of our friends still have stayed. And we have some family kind of close by. So that was...
Born in Ukraine, though? Were you born there? Did you come over?
Yeah,
with
he was born
passports?
there. He was born there. I'm the only one in my family to be born in Tacoma, Washington.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, up there by Seattle. And then we moved to Spokane shortly after, like 3 or 4 years later, and we lived there for the most part.
Do you get back there on occasion? Is that like home base?
Spokane?
Yeah.
Kind of. I have a breakdance crew that I was part of there, called the Paper Cutout Crew, and I try to visit them on and off because it's really fun. 'Cause that's what my roots were. So I go train with them and try to perform with them, and then all our families there and friends.
No, I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah, that sounded great. Yeah, we just it was great to see friends. We're interested to see if there are any like circus people up there in Spokane. So we did a lot of time just looking for and then networking. We met up with some circus people in Spokane, hung out with them, traded some cool secrets, and then he hung out. I left earlier, but he hung out with more circus people and started to connect with people who are kind of brought together by their passion.
Yeah.
Cool. So there's circus secrets, right? What are some of these circus secrets?
So,
I'm glad you asked. All right, take it away.
So this is gonna sound a little bit.
Rawr, bear.
Every circus performer knows that the government is hiding aliens.
Yep, that's
one of the
true.
secrets. That's one of the secrets.
Also, the road of El Dorado is not really a road so much as it's a little pathway.
Yeah, it's a pathway.
So that's
So if you're looking for the road of El Dorado,
That
it's
doesn't
more
exist.
it's like a trail. I'd
Yeah.
say. I wouldn't call it a road. There's no lights. There's no signs. It's not even paved.
No, not at all.
It was. I was just there last week, dude.
Oh really? They haven't made any major construction on it?
Oh yeah, we had a major construction to El Dorado there.
Oh, really?
That's
Oh,
awesome. That's exciting.
crazy. Did you find any gold?
Not hiding aliens, it's the Illuminati.
Oh, that's what it was. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Also, the Illuminati are everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everything.
Do your siblings, brothers, sisters, think it's kind of cool, or were they like, yeah, our other two brothers are circus performers, and let's just change the subject? I mean that respectfully, of course. Do they think you're nuts, or how does that work?
I don't know. I think they think it's pretty cool. We performed at one of our cousins' weddings a year ago, and it was the first time a lot of our family had seen us perform.
And friends and people who knew us back then.
And people are still talking about it. And that was like a year ago, so maybe
Yeah,
they like
I think it started off with like, all right, what are our brothers doing? They're kind of in LA doing circus, and then they saw us perform, and they've seen all these videos and photos of us that we keep sending them, And now they're like, yeah, our brothers do circus. And now it's more of like,
At least that's how they think they perceive.
yeah, that's what I think.
Or they're just like that when they see us.
You wowed them. That was a good thing.
I remember you. You're my brother.
Do you have YouTube footage out there?
Do we have YouTube footage? We have some stuff. We try to keep all of our acts and stuff off YouTube because with any kind of creative content, if someone sees it, once it's uploaded, it's free game for the world to take.
Sure.
We try to avoid that. But we have, what do we have, interviews on YouTube? I can show you dumb videos from YouTube.
He's got some dumb videos. We did this thing, he did this thing actually, and then I kind of jumped into the last minute, where it was, you talked about your campaign or whatever, your 2-week thing about fitness, or something like that, on Instagram. Okay, whatever. He did this joke thing for like 2 weeks on Instagram where he'd have me.
It was a challenge.
It's okay, it's a challenge. Where I would film him do different things at the gym, and these things were.
Okay, I have to explain it from the beginning.
Okay, now you're gonna explain it.
You're killing it.
Yeah. All right, thanks.
Okay, so we train a lot of our circus stuff in a bad way. You're killing it in a bad way. We train all the circus stuff at a gym. I just had to let him know that he's doing a bad job.
They're brothers. They fight. It's how you communicate. No problem.
No, so we train at different circus studios and stuff, but we also train at LA Fitness at night. We kind of show up into the dance room when all the dance classes are done, and we train. You know, we practice our acts, stuff like that. They have mirrors. It's nice, cheap rehearsal space. So we've been going to the same gym for like a year and a half, and we train there. So we're like the local circus guys, and everyone knows us, and they kind of let us do whatever we want. Now, it was January, and that's when all the New Year's, the resolutioners who join the gym, you know, for the next 3 months, and occupy everything, and they don't put their weights away, and they just make a big mess. And they're the guys who come in there and yell when they do their weights and just throw them down, and then you have to look for weights and stuff. So it's kind of annoying. So what I did was I made it a fake fitness challenge. It was fueled by Instagram, so I just upload all that stuff. And there were certain rules that I made was that I only do things the wrong way, and I had to follow like one of 3 categories, which was or 4 categories, either acrobatic, flexibility, balance, or more like sheer stunt or shock value. So what we would do is we'd go to the gym and I'd plan out like an exercise, and I'd try to use the machine the wrong way, the way it's not intended. It's like the ones where you pull down, I'll be in a headstand and I'll do it, and I try to pull it with my feet, and it's all awkward, and I'm pulling the weights. But we don't tell anyone else. So we another thing is you have to pretend like it's normal and justify it if someone asks. So this game that we were playing. So I'd film it, and I'd have all these random people like, whoa, what exercise is that doing? As I'm like on my head trying to pull weights. It clearly doesn't do anything. And then I have to justify it and make up a reason. So it's pretty much we're trolling at the gym. And this lasted 15 days in January. Oh, what's this?
What is that device you're holding?
Are you doing selfies?
You know what? Because I come from the world of just 10-second, all over the map, my son here stepped into the camera, Blake. He's got his boxing gloves on. And I was not about to miss that opportunity. So it wasn't a selfie. It was just kind of a Blakey.
It was more noble. It was more noble than a selfie.
Gloves on, man. That's my boy.
Blakey.
Scott, how are we doing on time, man? Are we doing half-hour segments or what?
Well, I don't know. We're just going to keep rolling until I decide you're ignoring me.
Fantastic.
Be careful with your son, because when he's about to take him off, the gloves come off, and you don't want to be there when that happens.
The gloves come off.
The gloves are coming off.
Yeah, you don't want to be there when that happens.
I guess I've inspired the selfie. Look, your bro's got his camera out, man.
No, see, yeah, well,
I'm not going to be part of this selfie.
It's payback time. You're going to be part of it.
Oh, that's a great selfie.
OMG.
I'm actually, OMG, oh my gosh, that's so awesome. Let me do a picture of yourself. I'm not a big fan of selfies.
He says that, but he takes a lot of selfies.
I take 0 selfies. If you look at my Instagram, it's all videos of me doing either training or stupid stuff. There's like 4 pictures in my whole Instagram.
What about all the selfies I sent you to post?
I haven't posted any of them.
That's right, I don't send him selfies of him, because that's not a selfie anymore, it's just me taking
Yeah, it seems, I don't know. I feel like taking a picture of yourself is like the least coolest thing you could do on Instagram.
I want the one person who came up with the term selfie. As much as a lot of people hate it, it's genius. They should have trademarked it, but who knew? That's a great name, selfie. We'll have that forever now.
Yeah, I know. It's the new thing. It's the future. For the rest of our lives, until I'm like 70, we're gonna remember that time when people were taking selfies. It's crazy. There was
You gotta say it right. It's selfie. Let me take a selfie.
The first selfie in like 1890. Yeah, the first selfie was like in like 1898 or something like that.
Good point. Right.
I've been like trying to figure out, oh, this is the camera. Trying to like figure out how that works.
All right. Here's a question. We're talking about time, and I'm throwing time travel in there. If you could go back in time, what year would you visit and why?
All right, you want me to go first?
Wait, so what level of time travel are we talking about? Do I have a time machine to go to one piece of time? Do I stay there for the rest of my life? Can I come back? Do I have full access to this time machine to travel back and forth?
Okay, we're just going to let you go there and stay there. You're done.
Okay,
Oh,
so
man.
I have a time machine. I go back in time.
It's a one-time use.
It's a one-time thing, man.
I already have my answer.
Okay, that's not him answer.
Okay, well, I love the Victorian era, namely the ones that exist in Russian literature, like Tolstoy and Dostoevsky. So I would, in a heartbeat, go there. Plus, I freaking love Victorian architecture. I could just spend my days walking around going, oh, the architecture, and then drinking tea and doing some heavy manual labor in the field, except it would only be a serf. That's where I would go if given the chance.
I would go.
Good answer.
I would go to China before Westernization, right when they're coming out, and when there's like all like the Chinese settlers fighting the white people, and they're kung fu fighting versus guns. That's the time I want to go.
Wait. Oh, right before imperialism or during?
After
Wait,
imperialism.
China or Japan?
China.
Oh, okay.
When they're westernizing China.
So wait, he'd be the Chinese equivalent of the Last Samurai, which would be what?
I think I'd be the white guy, actually.
The white guy.
The white guy. That's where I'd go. But here's another answer. If I had a time machine, I could go back in time freely whenever I want. I would go back probably 3 hours ago, and then I would continue going back in minute increments. Actually, we'd do like 5-minute increments. So then at one point in time, I'll have like 50 of myselves in that time, and then I'll go wreak havoc and do everything I want. Because there's no way they could blame me for everything that I do.
Cut to 50 Dmitrious is sitting there quietly at the library.
I'm going to read all the books.
So you're a reader.
Me? No. I listen to audiobooks. I'm a trainer. And a trainer, I mean that like I mostly spend my time like working on my craft. So I listen to a lot of audiobooks. That way I can multitask. So I'll like do handstands.
Tell them about the books you do listen to when you do listen to a book.
I listen to a lot of fantasy. I'm a big fan of Wheel of Time by Robert Jordan. It took me 10 years to read the series because I had to wait for books to come out. So book 13 came out last spring, and it's amazing. I'm probably going to reread that one. Listening to Game of Thrones right now. I think next on my list is The Golden Compass.
Okay, but before he goes to bed, like every night, he puts on his headphones, and he listens to, like, Michio Kaku.
Yeah.
He listens, no, come on, what do you listen to?
I listen to either
quantum physics when he goes to sleep. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to put these in.
I go through my things. I listen to a lot of quantum physics and like, theoretical physics when I'm falling asleep because having someone talk about stuff that's knowledge makes me fall asleep. It just reminds me of like my old time when I was back in college listening to like the lectures and stuff. So I put it on and I fall asleep usually within 6 minutes.
Knocks you right out.
Sometimes if I'm feeling frisky, I listen to conspiracy theory podcasts.
Whoa, spice things up a bit when I go to bed.
If I'm feeling squirrely at night.
That is a great way to learn, by the way, because you're sort of going into a hypnotic state, and all this stuff is going into your brain. So secretly, you're a genius.
Secretly, I'm a genius.
And then secretly, at minute 7, it's the Illuminati plug, and they just incept his mind.
Well, actually, there's a study proving that it doesn't actually help you retain information, unfortunately. But if I did retain a lot of information, my God, I'd be so smart.
But there's a separate study that says if you pair learning with something else, and that becomes a pattern, then you can retain information. For example, if you're studying about something and you're chewing gum, and then you can take a test about the same subject matter, you just pop in a piece of gum, and it kind of brings back those things you were thinking and reading about.
Oh, because you stimulate.
Yeah, you stimulate, which is
cool.
That's
like the people who learn how to play guitar when they're drunk. They can only play when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, kind of like beer pong, right?
Yeah, because I'm only good at beer pong if I'm drinking.
Yeah, if you drink and then you're like, oh, I'm amazing. Then you try it normally, and you're like, oh, I can't stop.
So that's to answer your time machine question.
Beer pong.
That's okay. You know what happened?
Felt like I was on a time machine listening to the time machine story. It was quite a trip.
Okay, I got a question for you. If you could go back to any time and then plan your ideal picnic, what would the picnic items and in what time?
Scott first.
Scott.
Back in time or forward?
Any time, and then you
So you can make it back.
Perfect.
Give him more rules. Back in time.
And you can bring one famous person from any time with you.
Can I go random?
You guys.
All right. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go back in time to prehistoric time, and I don't have to bring famous people because I'm like delusions of grandeur. I have a lot of good times, talks just with myself. It's multiple personality sort of crap. So I'm just gonna go back in time, and I'm gonna bring a ham sandwich, and I'm just gonna try to watch the dinosaurs, and hopefully I won't die.
Yeah. I hope so.
Become a ham.
What if they smell the ham on your
Well, dinosaurs don't know what ham smells like.
Oh, that's true,
They'll
they
probably
don't.
be scared.
They'd be scared of ham.
Yeah. But the thing is if I can survive that, it's like I listen to a lot of fantasy stuff, or I watch a lot of fantasy shows. I always think, well, it would be cool to go back and fight an ogre. But I'm that guy that would go back and think, I got a sword, I'm going to fight an ogre, and then the ogre steps on me and I die.
Wait, so what time period do ogres come from? Because I don't remember that in history.
Well, no, that's not in history. I'm just saying. I'd be the stupid idiot if you...
Yeah.
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
see what
I'm
you're
giving
saying.
you a hard time. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But if you could defeat an ogre and or dinosaur, you can defeat anything. That's got to be the biggest confidence and ego booster out there.
Exactly. And I like to live on the edge.
It would be fun to go to like the round table and go on quests and look for the Holy Grail and stuff.
I'm gonna go to the round table times and bring a square table. I got what you've been missing. And it's an IKEA table too. It's like, oh, and then it breaks the part
Yeah,
on
they don't
them.
realize that the moment I put the
And they think I'm playing a prank on them, so then they storm at me,
kill you.
start shooting arrows.
Yeah, anyone's going to shoot an arrow at you when you bring them a flat pack. Ooh,
Yeah.
flat pack. Oh, crap.
Have you read the book An American Yankee in King Arthur's Court?
I think everybody has
Read.
popular literature.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's kind of what I want to do if I go back in time.
Read the book.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to time, do that time, and read it as it happens. Oh
I
wow.
don't know. I would want to like green technology. Like, I would go to ancient Greece probably.
Cool.
Okay, realistically though, if you went back to like the King Arthur times, and you have like, since you're from the future, you have all this access to modern technology and science and stuff. Do you think you could confidently like tell them about it? Because I probably couldn't. You're like, hey, how does electricity work? Well, you see,
You just plug it in and it works. I don't know.
it's kind of like this current thing that kind of fuels our internet. Oh, internet. Okay. Well, it's like this mainstream connection of computers and computer. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell them anything. I'd be useless.
Can't do it.
I'd be ruthless. I'm 6'7", which you can't tell when I'm sitting down. But I feel like if I go,
Wait. Watch. Stand up for a second.
you can't really tell on the computer either.
Man.
Look, I'm kind of.
Look,
He's a giant.
This is size.
And he's 5'11".
I'm 5'11", by the way. He's 6'7".
So you can't really tell when I'm sitting down. But so I would want to be like. I wouldn't want to be, but I feel like I'd be captured and turned into a gladiator. What's probably going to happen?
I'm gonna be the guy playing the piccolo in the King's Court, and I was secretly, I'm secretly
not
trying.
being funny.
I killed for not being funny.
Don't make me laugh.
I was gonna say I was gonna be playing piccolo as a front, so I can go save his ass from gladiator school. Well, not Roman, but King Arthur's court they did. And Roman court they probably had some funny guy. Like, hey, how's that guy? Killer impression. Hey, Caesar.
All right, let's ask Don. Don, what is you're going to go back in time and bring like a sandwich or something.
I was patiently waiting my turn, and yes, no, we all take our turns. I didn't want to step on anything.
We'll keep talking.
But I have a good one, and the first thing that just jumped in my mind, I was born in 1968, so I'd like to go back to 1968 and sort of have, like, a little hippie picnic. What they ate back in the day, in the late 60s.
Oh, go on.
Peace and love and, like, beans and rice stuff, and, not necessarily no drugs, nothing like no pot brownies or nothing, but just a little simple, laid-back hippie picnic. And I'd bring Elvis Presley. Thank you very much.
Oh,
nice.
That's,
Wait,
that's actually a really good answer because we went off topic.
Yeah. What does a hippie diet consist of?
He said beans and rice.
Oh, beans and rice.
Peace and love, beans and rice.
Oh, okay.
Right, and that may be stereotypical because I don't know, but I know there was some kind of diet that the Woodstock crowd, they a lot of rice and a lot of organic.
They were really, yeah, if you look at the pictures, everyone was fit and looked good and had nice flowing hair.
Yeah.
No split ends, nothing. That's a good answer. I would actually want to do the same thing and enjoy like the whole flamboyant colors, the bright colors, relaxing, playing guitar in the forest.
Agreed. You guys went off on the whole ogre, and that was entertaining. But wow, yeah. Elvis, everything.
Let's go back. What would you bring to your time? What time did you pick?
Ancient Greece.
Ancient Greece. What's your meal option?
I would bring probably chicken salad sandwich. Like a tuna salad, but chicken salad. And I gotta bring one person.
Yeah, famous person. And
famous person? Any kind of famous person?
Sure, I don't know.
I would bring Cleopatra with me. Even though she's roughly at the same time.
So she could feed you?
So she could feed me chicken salad. I'll have to trick her somehow. Also, there's going to be a language barrier, so I'll figure that out later. That's my answer.
That's cool.
And peace and love and rice and beans.
There we go. Tremendous.
I would bring, going back to Victorian Russia, 19th century, I would bring probably grilled cheese and tomato soup, and then some Triscuits with hummus. And then I would bring Christopher Walken to have it with me.
Wow.
Oh, we'd have a great time, just the two of us. Oh, magnificent.
We're getting the impression. Pretty good. Pretty damn good. I got him.
Christopher? Where are you, you old fart? Where are you? He's right here. I swear it. I heard it with my own ears.
All right.
Rail the train back in. Go.
Okay.
I can tell you guys are a little out of it right now. I mean, you can get out of control. How much trouble did you two get in school?
We're actually. It's hard to believe, but I got into a little bit of trouble for being devious, but outside of that, we didn't get in too much trouble. At least me, I was a pretty good kid until I hit about high school.
Yeah, we were good kids because our parents were like,
parents are really
study,
strict. Yeah.
study. You know what I mean? So we were like always pretty studious. I think it was when we're out of school that we got in the most trouble.
I think it was when I started discovering my personality. Because before I was kind of shy when I was younger, and then coming into high school, I think I became more and more bold with coming out, like, letting my personality show, and then it just went out of control.
Cool.
That's you see now.
Cool.
Well, you got some attention, and it was fun, and then it's now addicting, right?
Yeah, now it's addicting.
Oh, yeah.
Now I have a problem.
But we used to get into some trouble as kids, though.
Oh, as kids, yeah, we did a lot of bad stuff.
Tell them about the tire story.
No, make them watch the video so they get another
view.
Okay. No, I'm just kidding. We did a bunch of, like, juvenile stuff as kids.
Like the stupid stuff you just do as kids. Like, one time, you doing a selfie again, smile.
You get it? You get it?
Got it.
One time we were just walking. There'd be this period during like the summers where we just kind of wander around, look for things to do because we're kind of bored. And I'm in like 4th grade. He's like in 6th grade or whatever. And we see this giant tire just sitting there on the
Wheel,
road.
rim, and all.
Yeah, it had everything. This nice little tire. And we were conveniently standing right on a hill. So like, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be great if we could roll this tire down a hill? It can go through traffic and continue rolling down the other hill. Oh, that's a great idea. So we decided to do that, rolled it down, and as soon as it was rolling down, we like cleared it for traffic. Yep, all clear. It pummels right into a cop car. The cop car hits it, hits the car, and we're going, crap! And we gotta like run. And so we're trying to get away from the cops and take it.
So we're on foot, and we have tiny little legs and big dreams. And the cop pulls up next to us.
Great marketing.
He pulls up next to us, and he tells us, hey, show us where you live. You guys are in big trouble. You guys are going to juvenile court. You need to talk to your parents. This and this and this. And we're like, oh, no, we're super scared, but we're clearly not going to show them where we currently live at the time. So we point to like the opposite apartments further away from our house. Like, we live over there as we walk and brainstorm what we're going to do. Now, for some reason, the officer let us walk on foot while he drove next to us in his vehicle.
That's so cruel.
Yeah, we speak in Russian, so we're like, I tell my brother, I'm like in Russian, I'm like, when I count to 3, we're going to turn around and run the opposite direction. Like, he's in a bulky car, it's going to take him at least 3 seconds to turn around. With our little legs, that'll get us at least 14 feet. So, it'll give us an advantage. But we were right next to a field, a fenced field, and we were really familiar with the area, and it had a hole in it where we'd always climb through. So I'm like, 1, 2, 3, and we just book it the opposite direction. We start running as fast as we can.
And he's like, hey, where are you going? Because I'm a smart kid, and I go, that way!
And then we're running that way. We climb through the fence, and we like run through the bushes. And at this point, there's another car for some reason. They have 2 cars now chasing 2 kids. Car person. Seems about fair. It's even odds. So now they're chasing us. We run through this field, which is, I don't know, maybe like 2 blocks.
Climb a barbed wire fence.
Yeah, climb a barbed wire fence. And we climb into these other apartments that are near us. And we see my friend, and I'm like, quick, you gotta hide us because the cops are after us. And he's like, no, I can't because I don't want to get in trouble. So
my mom's going to be home
my mom's
soon.
going to be home soon. So we hid inside the slide.
A
in
tube
the
slide.
A tube slide for like 2 hours. Both of us are like pressed against the wall like this. You know, pushing against it.
And we hear the cop like, hey, have you seen these 2 kids?
Actually, I don't know if we actually heard the cop, but in my mind, there was like helicopters and like cops everywhere and like squad and riot team and everything.
All right, come on out there, hands up!
But yeah, it took us like 2 hours to come out of the slide.
We were freaked out.
And that explains what we did as children.
No, but also, when we weren't getting in trouble, because we were looking for stuff to do, we would sit on, we had this old fridge in our backyard, we'd sit on top of this fridge,
And carve.
and we'd just carve swords and arrows, and then we'd have these medieval battles, like sword fights, and like shoot arrows at each other. That was fun.
So what I'm saying is I'm pretty much a trained gladiator.
Yeah, he's a gladiator.
There's some similarities, I think, in all of our childhoods on that story. Cops, slides, swords, maybe gladiators, tires, sure. Oh, man.
I remember stories just like that. Me and my younger brother, we used to jump on top of a wooden fence and beat the crap out of each other with broomsticks.
Yeah. We did that quite a bit. I took a jab to the eye. I almost lost my eye.
Oh yeah, we played this game one time. We're carving our swords, and it was smart. We hold cardboard up. The other person takes turns throwing javelins at it.
That way they can practice hitting a moving target.
And the cardboard usually does a good job of stopping it because you're holding it kind of far away. He, for some reason, decides to hold it really close to his face.
God, man.
Javelin.
Ouch.
Misses his eye by how much?
It was like 3 millimeters.
3 millimeters. It goes right up here above his
So
eyebrow.
it's underneath my eyebrow. It's in between my eye and my eyebrow. I have a little
he's
scar.
just gushing blood. Gushing.
Horrible.
And then he's like, ah! And then my dad comes out and he's like, what the hell happened? And he's not about, I just stuck him in the eye with the javelin, but he's not about to rat me out. So he runs over to the bike. He's like, oh, I was riding the bike, and then I tripped, and then like my eye hit the spokes, and he's like, oh my god. So my dad bought the story that he like tripped on his bike and somehow magically hit his eye on the spokes of the bike, whatever. And he saved my skin that day. But we did a lot of really stupid stuff like that too. Oh my god.
So I'm really lucky to have 2 eyes. I'm very fortunate.
Yeah, he could have been blind.
Out of 1 eye.
Life is a game of inches.
Yeah, it's true. Insert innuendo.
What topic haven't we discussed? This is incredible.
We can't do time travel.
Okay.
Talk about the space program. What do you think about NASA cutting the funding for the space program? What the heck, guys?
What kind of music do you guys listen to? You guys into the current groups of the day? What are you doing?
We listen to a lot of K-rock. I listen to a lot of indie rock, some screamo. I pretty much listen to everything but country. My music changes. A lot of electronic music, like EDM dance music. That's what I listen to the train.
KROQ. Rodney Bingenheimer still on the air over there?
I've never heard of that guy.
Probably.
We skip all the disc jockeys when we listen to the music.
That's why Scott and I are broadcasting from our bathrooms right now. But
Yes, that is so true.
we're still climbing, man. Oh, yeah.
I used to listen to, for the most part, a lot of screamo and post-hardcore. It's just basically singing, and they scream, and they're like, yeah, I'm a kid, and that's awesome.
I'm a kid.
My almost 10-year-old, I'm not kidding. He must be getting to know some of that music because he woke up this morning. I call it the Cookie Monster vocals. Maybe Cookie Monster's before your time, but he just wakes up going, and I'm like, okay, I'm a music guy. That's cool. He's in the screamo then, I guess.
Yeah, screamo. I used to listen to that a lot, and I was really into it, and I tried doing it myself, and I definitely damaged my vocal cords because I did not know there's the correct way to do it.
Oh, sure.
Which I did not know how because I definitely strained something. But I was into it, and then I decided to, not that I decided, but I kind of transitioned to more like chiller indie music. So I still listen to it sometimes, but now it's more eclectic, like jazzy or more indie type stuff for me.
Indie, not bad. You hear some cool stuff. Scott,
Yeah, you
you're
hear a
indie.
lot of really good stuff.
A lot of interesting.
A lot of really interesting stuff.
A lot of good coffee shop.
My favorite's got to be probably I like Bon Iver a lot. He does.
Bon Iver.
He calls it Bon Iver. I like Bon Iver and I like William Fitzsimmons a lot.
He's good.
Those are my
Yeah.
like, a couple of my favorites.
Cool. You guys should actually check out 89.3 The Current. Get them streaming online.
Oh yeah. Wait, can you do the same pitch?
But as like the disc jockey who talks really fast.
That's an auctioneer.
Oh, that's what he is. Yes, that is what.
The brothers, I have a question really quick of music because Scott and I lived through the 80s. Are you guys familiar with any 80s music? Do you have any time for it, or do you think it's a joke?
I listen to a lot of 80s has a lot of inspirational.
There are some classics that will last forever, good or bad. Thank you for the sticks. Please put 7 brother. Continue.
You know the movie Hot Rod?
Hot Rod.
Hot Rod. It's about a stunt guy who's trying to do something rather.
Scott has.
Yeah. Well, there's the whole movie has an 80s soundtrack, and when I listen to that movie, I'm like, this music is amazing. This was like 6 years ago. I was like, what? And I got the whole soundtrack, and I started listening to more like the 80s. 80s are the best love ballads ever of all time. They're like so passionate about everything. Tell me how am I supposed to live?
I agree. I totally agree, man. We lived through the 80s. The 70s were a little bit before our time, but all these new groups coming out, good luck, changing the world like they did in the 70s and 80s,
Yeah. We listened to a lot of the pop
Yeah,
phase,
90s was definitely heavy.
But I appreciate a lot of the 80s music.
There's a song I heard on the radio actually. It was one of those. It was on I think it was like on NPR, one of those that played the local channels, and they played a song, and it was like an 80s song. I'm like, oh, this is amazing. And then I searched it later because I really liked the song, and it came out maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I'm like, how is that possible? It sounds like a 80s song. I think you would actually like it. It's it's called "There Goes Our Love Again."
Sounded like the 80s though, huh?
Yeah, it sounds to me, to my ears, to my untuned ears, sounds like the 80s. What it would sound like, one of those love ballads. But yeah.
Right on. Why mess with a good formula? I hope it all comes back around. Works for me. There's some real nice new current stuff out there as well. I'm sort of kind of stuck in the 80s and 70s and stuff, but I'll hear new stuff on the radio my kids listen to, and I know when it's good. There's some great music out there.
Yeah.
There is a trend that a lot of the artists are going out to the 80s and 70s right now. Like Harmar Superstar just went back to the 70s. Bruno Mars did something in retrospect. With
I remember that.
So there's a lot of really good musicians out there that are going back in time.
Well, how do you feel about them? I mean, it's great when they take certain things and make it their own. But how do you feel blatantly just stealing and then just all right, now it's modern, but it's the old thing? How do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Like rap music?
Yeah, well, they say that a lot, yeah.
Can't stand it. Drives me nuts sometimes. Sometimes it's good.
I give everything a chance. The first thing that popped into my head, and I know nothing about it because it was just so brutal, Eminem sampling Billy Squires' The Stroke or something. It was just utterly horrible. I don't know if you guys have heard that or know what I'm talking about, but I'm like, wow. Why don't you just play his record? And it was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, Norwich just teamed up and did Foreverly with Billy something. I keep forgetting his name, man.
No clue.
Regis Billy Brothers. It was pretty good.
It's 1 o'clock Minnesota time. We're almost wrapping this thing up, I believe, right?
We are actually. So let's get some words of wisdom from the brothers over there. What advice would you give about how to relieve stress? No, let's go conquer fear. Let's get some advice on conquering fear.
Okay.
Okay, conquering fear. Okay, I'm gonna first hit the first one. Stretch all the time. That's my own thing. I'm always stretching because I'm an acrobat, and I always try to get more flexible. And people ask me, why are you stretching? Because I do it in public. And I tell them in case of fire, which is true, because in case a fire breaks out, I'm the first one out of there. I'm all limbered up and ready to go. Okay, as far as conquering fears, you'll always be afraid every time. I mean, on stage, I don't get afraid anymore, but every time there's a new change or a big change or anything like that, you're always afraid. You always feel inadequate. You just have to go for it 100% and do it. I mean, it comes down to, and you will fail, guaranteed. You will fail a lot. I failed so hard before, it's crazy. And I keep on failing, but the more I fail, the better I get at failing, and the better I bounce back, the faster I bounce back. So
Fail forward.
yeah, fail forward, true.
That's great. That was really good.
What about
I'm
stretching?
inspired. Cool.
So I'm kind of the opposite. Like I feel like maybe no stretching. No, I'm just kidding.
That's why you're so short.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I didn't eat my.
That was also mean.
Wait a minute. Just trying to figure out what exactly it is you're afraid of and assessing it, and then trying to think of why it makes you afraid. Is it because it's something new, or is it because of something else? And I'm rambling. He had a great answer.
Yeah, it's tough to follow. But
Great, I can't top that.
I'm afraid of sharks.
I'm afraid of flying into an open mouth of a shark.
I feel like if I'm in the water, I'm like a giant frog, and the sharks all want to eat me. When I lived in Florida, I wouldn't swim past the beach didn't have one of the shark nets, I would not swim in it because I was too scared. But that's unrelated.
Shark net.
Oh, that's a fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
And believe in your nightmares. Sorry, I have to take it the opposite.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Just don't be scared to fail. Kind of what he was saying. He had a really good answer.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, life is full of failure. Think about it. That's actually very inspiring. I'm taking that with me, man. You fail in so much. Life is a series of comebacks. I've heard that one too. It's true, you know?
Yeah.
That's really good. Yeah, I feel like, even though I'm a lot more successful now than I was 4 years ago, I feel like I've failed way more than I've succeeded. Way more. It doesn't even compare, but the fact that every time I bounce back, I get wiser, I'm better at it, I don't take it to heart anymore, I get more inspired, so now that the failure is more of a push to succeed better versus a deterrent.
The failure becomes a milestone.
Yeah, or it becomes a drive. It becomes like a stepping stone, not even a milestone anymore.
Well, I'm in tears over here. I'm highly inspired. Inspired to make a T-shirt that said "Fail Forward" because a big selfie.
It's going to be the new selfie, you got to trademark it.
Yeah, trademark TM.
Yeah.
Fail Forward. TM. There we go. Already taken care of.
Nice.
Gentlemen, it is time to say goodbye. Time to bid farewell to the brothers out in L.A. and to Mr. Don Anger, who's just on the outskirts of insanity.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
Cool. Thanks for inviting us.
Thanks for inviting us. We had a great time. If anybody's listening out there, who's out there? We both have Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, I'm at Dmitrious2K.
And I'm at Cornelius, but the O is a 0 and the E is a 3.
Confusing.
Like Cornelius.
Super confusing.
Or
look us up on Facebook, the Bistrevsky.
Yeah, the Bistrevsky brothers on Facebook, and you'll find us.
Scott's our webmaster guy. He'll link all that stuff.
Oh, great.
Nice. Thank you, webmaster guy. I appreciate it so much.
I will take care of it for you.
Oh, he does great accents, too.
I happen to do that. I'm like, accents flip in, and it's just crazy stupid. I keep getting kicked out of many places. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're having a great time, you enjoy the show, this was Put on the Spot with Don and Scott. You can find us online at putonthespot.com. Yes, because I bought that domain name. Putonthespot.com. Also, you can find us on Facebook at Facebook.com/PutOnTheSpot. Look me up, Linke. Just look for Linke Land. If you look for Linke Land, you will find me. And if you can't find me, you got to get off of AOL, man. Seriously, not cool.
Telling me that it's no longer put on spot. There's a the in it now.
Yes, we have both. We have Put on Spot and Put on the Spot. Shut up. I know.
Love it. Love it.
Spending lots of money on everybody. Crazy. All right. That's enough of us. Ladies and gentlemen, hope you all had a great time. My name is Scott Linke from Linke Land, smack in the center of insanity, saying goodnight out there in the outskirts of insanity. Say goodbye, Don.
I'm in Minnesota today. I work in the oil fields in North Dakota. It's great being a part of it all. Thank you. Thank you, brothers from LA.
Thank you for having us. It was super fun.
Adios to everyone.